'Tis the time for another mask review. The Dye I-4, which is the best-selling paintball mask of the last decade, hands down. So obviously they're doing something right, if that's the case. However, a lot of people don't like this mask because of the sheer fact that it is extremely small. Now, instead of my previous mask review on the Virtue Vio Ascend, where I kind of just rambled and sputtered shit out for a while, which, don't get me wrong, there was some great information in there. I actually have a system now for my reviews as far as markers, paintball parks, masks, everything. So I cover everything, and everything's a little more organized. So part one is packaging in the case. So this is the Envision I-4, which is the 4th generation or reiteration of the mask. It's virtually the same. I don't honestly know what they've changed about it. I've researched it, and I can't really find an answer. So, yeah. The packaging is, however, a little bit different. It says Envision on there, and it's got the grill design on there. You lift it up, and the grill's under there, too. It's crazy. So, packaging, it's got some neat facts on it. Right there, it's got several of the color options. There's actually more than this. There's limited edition colors from companies like ANS and whatnot that have special limited edition graphics and colors. But these are the stock ones from Dye, and it's still a huge option. So the box itself is really nothing special, and neither is the carrying bag, actually. I was pretty disappointed by it. Not that I will use this for a while until I get a second mask bag specifically for like a hard carrying case for this to protect the lens and everything when it's thrashing around in my gear bag. But yeah, the stock bag's not great. It's kind of a mesh material. It's not like a soft microfiber material like all the other masks that I've seen. So moving on to part two, that was the packaging and the gear bag. Part two is comfort, that applies to the foam, strap, and the fit and finish. So it feels very sturdy, very durable. It's soft down here. You can get some bounces out of there. And it's a really high quality mask. You can tell that. You would expect that from a company like Dye. Same thing with the strap. It doesn't have the little silicone beads like the Virtue Vio Ascend, but honestly, that doesn't make that big of a difference. The strap fits tight enough on the back of my head that it's not going to wiggle around or move when I'm sliding, diving, running, whatever. Now the foam, I am not a huge fan of. It's soft, and it's a dual layer, but it's not nearly as soft and plush feeling as the Virtue Vio Ascend, which is weird because that's an $80 retail mask, and this is a $130 retail mask. So putting it on immediately, it has a very unique feel to it because it's so compact and tight. It's just, there's literally not even one finger gap. I can't even slip one finger in between my face and the mask, which unlike the Virtue Vio Ascend, which I can put 2 fingers in there and it sits off your face further. So I feel like this makes it harder for you to yell and be heard because it's so close to your mouth that it's reverbing into my ears. And I know other masks have way worse reverb and they sound way worse, but for me, coming from the Virtue Vio Ascend, which is a very large and off-your-face mask, something like this that's so tight and compact, which is the big selling point for it, is that you keep a tight profile, and if you're doing airsoft or you have a scope on a woods ball gun, you can tuck in there close to look down the sight and stuff. It's a big. This is why the airsoft guys use the I-4s, so they can use their sights and scopes. But I personally, I'll still wear this. I'll switch back and forth between the Ascend and the I-4, but it's very compact and tight on your face. It's almost to the point of uncomfort, but it's not. It fits nice and snug. And people talk about the protection of it, but I have a pretty small face, so if I'm not talking, everything's all protected. It might show a little bit of my forehead, but that's to be expected. But when I'm yelling or talking, but nobody opens up their mouth like that when they're talking. Like, this is me talking normally, and you see I'm still protected. Nobody talks or like that. Even when you're yelling, like, left side, your mouth's still not all the way open like that. Soft ears are extremely comfortable. I know I said in my other video review of the Ascend that I'm not a huge fan of soft ears, and I'm not, because the Ascend doesn't need soft ears because it's so far off your face that, like, it sits off your ears completely, but still gives it protection. These soft ears give you protection. There's little ventilation slats so you can hear what's going on, and they're pretty comfortable actually. I mean, as far as soft ears go, these are top notch. Part 3 is the lens. The Dye i4 and i5 use the same lens system. It's called the Horizon system, which is a proven lens system. It's really great. It had a stock clear lens in it when I bought it, and it had like this weird fishbowl panorama. It was trippy. Like, I don't know if that's how it's supposed to look or what, but it was like distorted on the sides and everything. So I immediately got rid of that stock lens and got this beautiful brand new lens for $30 on Amazon. And I love it. It's perfect. Looking out of it, you can see everything clear as day. There's no glare. There's no fishbowl panorama view or anything like that. It's great. There's really not a lot to say about the lens. It's perfect. It's got 270 degrees of visibility, peripherals, no distortion, plenty of customizable options for color, dual layers, single layer, etc., etc. Foam's replaceable. I don't really know how easy that foam is to get it out. It actually looks like that's glued in there. So it's not quick release foam like the Breathability Ascend or a lot of the new masks. So I'm not really sure how you would even replace that. I guess just yank it out and then super glue it in, but that's some janky ass shit. Part 4, breathability, hearing, and talking. Well, being as it's so fucking small, it's like hugging your face. Breathability is decent because you got these big front slats and you got a couple side slats here, but it's so close to your mouth that I feel like the breathability and in turn hearability, because of the soft ears, and also being heard, your talking ability, is all reduced because of how compact the mask is, which I know this point of this mask is to be compact, but it's got a lot of drawbacks. Part 5, upgrades and accessories. Well, like I said, the foam's replaceable for $25 on the Dye site or from Amazon. Like I said, I don't know how you would get that out because it's super glued in there. There are backstrap options available. However, I mean, it's color-coded to match your mask, so I mean, you don't really want to fuck that up. It's themed already. There are soft ear options, at least replaceable soft ears. I don't know if they're, I guess they're interchangeable, so you could change the colors. But again, why would you want to mix and match when this already looks so freaking perfect? Gorgeous. Other than that, that's about it. It's not like the Virtue Vio contours where you can change out the side slats and the front slats, and it's all a one-piece mask here, which is fine. I think that actually makes it feel a little more buttoned down and a little more durable, a one-piece design. It feels like it's more solid than having so many loose pieces that need to be like tightened in. So what is my verdict? Well, at the price that I got it for, at $45, it's a steal and an amazing mask. I don't think I would pay the $130 retail for it, honestly. I like my Virtue Vio Ascend a lot more, which is an $80 brand new mask, and it's just got features that I think should come standard on every mask, like the quick changing foam, and the foam feels better on your face. I don't know how to describe it because they're both soft dual layer foam. It's like the same type of foam, but it just feels better in the Virtue Vio Ascend. You might have to try them on at a pro shop to understand what I'm talking about. I also feel like the lens system is a little bit better on the Virtue Vio. I feel like it looks great, especially in this color. The soft ears look great, the strap looks great. It's a good looking mask, and it looks mean with the grill and everything. It looks great, and I'll be sure to play with it a ton. I mean, I'm going to use this a lot. I'll probably switch off between this and my Vio, or if one gets damaged or something, I'll have to use the other one, but it's a great mask. Like I said, I wouldn't pay full MSRP for it, but I'm cheap. I don't pay full MSRP for hardly anything, honestly, for paintball, because you can find it lightly used for way cheaper if you shop around, and that's the smart thing to do. So, packaging and case, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It would be higher, but the mesh bag is kind of shitty. The box looks pretty badass, though, and it's got plenty of information on it, which is cool. Comfort foam strap and fit. I'm going to give it an 8 because if you're buying this, you probably have a slim face, or you're a child, or you want that type profile. So for that, it's amazing. If that's not what you're expecting out of this mask, get an i5, which is a full-size mask and has all the same shit, same lens, whatever. Speaking of lens, 10 out of 10 on the lens. It's fucking fantastic. It's also cheap to replace. It's like $30, which is cheaper than all other masks out there. So that's cool. Breathability, hearing, and talking. Oh, fuck me in the ass. Not literally. 3 out of 10. It's terrible. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm sorry all the Dye i4 fans out there, but it's just, I can hear myself talk, and when I was yelling at the field the other day, like, people were like, what? Like, I could hear you so much better in your Vios. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a 3 out of 10. It could be worse. That's why I'm not giving it like a 1 or something like that. Upgrades and accessories, 10 out of 10, baby. You got the lens options, you've got the freaking soft ears, the back strap. Actually, you know, let's go 8 out of 10. I feel like the Virtue Bio Contour we get 10 out of 10 because it's got like every single piece of it's customizable, which is crazy. So my verdict overall, I would give it a total score of 8 out of 10. It's obviously a proven solid mask. People use this for airsoft, paintball, probably other stuff too, but I mean that's like the two main things. And it's just awesome. It's a fantastic looking mask. It's got a tight profile on your face, and it just feels like it's going to protect you well, even though it's small. Like whatever areas it is covering, you feel like you're well protected. You feel like you can get bounces with it. And it's just a mean looking mask overall, guys. Have a good day.